What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Kay.Galore, and today is National Coming Out Day. And as a member of the LGBTQI community, I'm going to actually share my coming out story. It happened. I came out like 2 years ago. I came out 2 years ago to my mom, my dad. They weren't the happiest. Growing up in a traditional Jamaican Christian family, they've always viewed people of the LGBTQI community as disgusting abominations. So you can just imagine while growing up having these certain feelings and thoughts, it scared the shit out of me. For the simple fact that I do know people that came out the closet and were disowned by their parents or disowned by their families. So, I was hiding that for a very, 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 very long time for myself as well, because I didn't want to believe that I had an attraction to females, but not only females. So, before I get my story started, I am pansexual, meaning I don't really have a specific type or a specific gender. Like, you could be male, female, you could be trans male, trans female, and I really don't care because I don't care what's in your pants. I care mostly personality wise, everything else, backstory about my life. But fast forward to 2 years ago, I was with my ex, but when you're having problems throughout your whole relationship, and then you've had your last straw, you had your last button pressed and everything. My last button was pressed. I had my last straw with this relationship, and I was thinking of leaving him regardless. I was gonna leave him regardless, but I should have left him before I actually cheated on him. So I did cheat on him with my current ex. So we're not together anymore at the moment because we just need to work on ourselves. And I felt like the best way to do it is if we weren't together, because we would get into very unhealthy arguments, just constantly arguing. And at the moment, I feel like we're better off as friends for right now than we are in a relationship. And I love this girl to the death of me. I love her dearly. I love this girl, but I need to focus on loving myself first. So I actually cheated on my ex with her, but I had my last straw. I was gonna break up with him anyways. I should have broke up with him first before I decided to cheat on him with her. But anyways, she helped me through so much, and she currently still helps me through so much, because there are days I have really bad days. I suffer depression and anxiety. I have really bad days where sometimes I'll stare at cars' headlights and just want to jump in front of the car, just so I don't have to be here anymore. But instead of leaving me alone, she stays with me and makes sure I get home safe and whatever. So yeah. So fast forward to rewind to 2 years ago. In June, she asked me out because we went to the same college. So we went to the same college for a while, and she told me that she had a crush on me, and I had a crush on her too. I just didn't let anybody know because I didn't really know what I was feeling. I wasn't out of the closet yet. I always told people oh, female celebrity wise, I would fuck her, but it wasn't I would date her, yada yada yada. So I wasn't really out the closet yet, but people kind of suspected it, but nobody really actually knew. I mean, I didn't really know myself, so I was just whatever. But I had a crush on her. I've had a crush on a couple of girls in my whole entire life, but I've had a crush on her in school too, and we started talking, and she told me, I was like, yo, I kind of have a crush on you too, whatever. Then that break from college, we hung out the whole entire break, and we were talking heavy, every day and night, FaceTime calls all hours in the morning, stay on FaceTime all night, we weren't even dating, whatever. So, she asked me out in June, June 4th. And I said yes because I really did like her. I still like her. I still love her. You know. Um, then it came down to like, I feel like we got too serious too fast sometimes because she would kind of pressure me into, oh, when are you going to tell your parents? I'm like, yo, slow your roll because my family is fucking crazy, like, when it comes to that shit. Because, once again, growing up in a traditional Jamaican family, anybody from the Caribbean knows how they feel about gay people, how they treat gay people, right? So I was just, like, terrified. But, like, what was it? It happened, like, in August. It happened in August of 2015. Yeah, that's when I came out to my mom and told her, because I was spending a lot of time with this girl. My mom didn't understand why. Like, she didn't know why I was always at her house, or why I always wanted to go to her house, why I was always with Ruby, or whatever. Oh, that's my ex-girlfriend's name, Ruby. Huh. But yeah, and I was at her sister's house. I mean, I was just at her sister's house yesterday. Like, we're still cool, you know, we talk or whatever. But I was at her sister's house, and we were talking about it, and, like, she was so upset. Like, I knew I wasn't ready to actually tell my parents, but, you know, I loved her. Sad to say, like, it was quick, but it was, like, you know, I'll do anything for her. So, here's where the story gets crazy. Okay, so, like, I couldn't tell my mother, like, face to face. I couldn't do it. So, like, I texted my mother, like, this long ass paragraph explaining why I feel a certain way I do, that I feel this way about this girl, and I don't even know how to explain it. Like, I'm confused. I'm confused, but I wasn't confused. Like, I don't know. It was like, it was all happening at once. Sent my mother the message. Silence. Absolute silence. Next day came. Silence. Crickets. Then she called me while I was getting my nails done because me and my ex, we went block to get our nails done. Just getting my nails done. And she being Jamaican mother that she is, very dramatic. I got your message yesterday, and I don't know how to feel. I feel like I'm gonna catch a heart attack. I feel like I'm gonna catch a stroke. And I told your father, I'm here in the nail salon. I'm like, Ma, I know you did not just tell Daddy that I have a girlfriend. I just met my biological father when I was 16. So from 16 to 19, 3 years. 3 years I knew my dad. Like, actually knew my dad. And sis, go and tell him before I do. I was like, Ma, I understand that you're feeling heartbroken, whatever, but you shouldn't have told Daddy because that's something I wanted to tell him myself. Like, you know, whatever. She's like, well, expect a call from him because I told him. I was just like, what the fuck? I was like, Ma. I was like, okay. I just kept saying, okay, because I didn't know what to say to that lady, honestly. And hours passed. Me, my girlfriend, me, my exes, cooking in the kitchen, whatever. Guess who calls? Ring, ring, ring on the phone. It's my father. I answer. I'm like, hey, Daddy, what's up? I kid you not. This was his response. You're dating a lesbian? I was like, oh shit. I was like, yes, I'm dating a female. Yes, I am. He's like, you know, lesbians, they're gonna hurt you, and I was like, okay, and he's like, they're the dirtiest scum on the earth, and some other bullshit. And I was like, okay, and my ex-boyfriend hurt me as well. He's like, oh, they're gonna hurt you worse. I was like, Dad. I was like, okay, Father. So, like, from that, I just felt like a black sheep. I felt like I was hated. I felt like I was no longer welcomed in my house. I felt like my mother and my father basically disowned me. Like, I didn't have parents anymore. So it was like a really crazy aspect of my life. And then after I actually got home, because I had been with my ex for like 2 weeks straight, and I actually got back home to my house, I felt like my mother, I'm not going to cry because I cried over this like 2 years ago. I really don't have patience. My mother, I feel like she hated me. She was disgusted. Every time she would walk past me, she would look at me like I was scum, like I wasn't her child, like I was just some homeless person on the street, like she didn't know me, you know. So, and I expressed that to her, and she cried. She was like, I'm not disappointed. And she's like, I'm disappointed, but it's like, I wasn't expecting this from you. I was like, Ma, honestly, I wasn't expecting it either, or whatever. So, like, one day I was hungry, and my ex-girlfriend was like, yo, let's go out to eat. I was like, I didn't tell my mother. So my mother, I was like, yo, Ruby's gonna take me out to dinner or whatever. She was like, I don't think that's a good idea. I was like, I'm hungry. She's like, oh, well, you're just gonna have to wait till I get home. I was like, no, I'm gonna go out to eat, and I'm coming back home. Like, I'm gonna eat. Like, you're wilding if you think I'm gonna stay here and be hungry until whatever time you decide to get home. Sis was crazy. Insane. If you thought I was gonna stay here and not get some food. But anyways, yeah, you know, like, as the years have gone by for the past 2 years, my mom has kind of warmed up. My mom's warmed up a lot to my ex. I haven't actually told her that we're exes, because I know how much my mom actually does love this girl as well. She considers her like her other daughter. They laugh, they kiki, they joke. Sometimes we end up in mom's room, because guys know I used to share a room with my mom. But sometimes when me and Ruby come home, like when we come to my house, sometimes we go to my mom and go bother her for a little bit. I go to the bathroom. I come back and kiki, ha 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 ha. I ask him what's so funny. And be like, mind your business. I'm like, y'all do me like that? I was like, all right, okay. I mean, my coming out story at the time, I felt like, when I first told my mom, I felt like it was the end of the world. I felt like it was the end of my whole entire life. I felt like I was gonna die. It got better. It got a lot better. As for my dad, he sees Ruby. He doesn't really say anything. But, you know, he doesn't have the chance to actually get to know her like my mom did. Or whatever. My mom's gotten to know Ruby, so she loves her. So, yeah. That's my coming out story in honor of National Coming Out Day. So, yeah, just like, comment, subscribe, share. Share your coming out stories. If you ever came out to your parents or anybody, share that under my comments. I would love to read everybody's and probably cry about it tonight, because this is a really emotional topic to come out to anybody, to come out to a close friend, to come out to family members, just to come out. I want to let you know that you're brave for coming out. You are brave, male, female, trans male. You are so brave. You are loved. Don't ever forget that. You're loved. I promise you. Somebody loves you. And you're so, so, so brave. And I am so proud of you for coming out. It's hard. But you had the courage to come out. I'm proud of you. Okay, so I can't wait to read your stories. I thank you guys for listening to me jibber jabber for like 20 something minutes. But I do have to run, because cheer practice is all the way in Brooklyn, and that's like a whole hour away. So, you know, I gotta skedaddle out of this joint like right now. I'm fucking sweating. My armpits is sweating right now. This story, it's a lot harder to tell right now. I don't know if you guys realize, but you know, yeah. So, bye guys.
Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like.